and welcome to another episode of That's Not True, where basically I tell you stories of things that never happened to get views. So, cue the intro.
That's not true.
So, today I'm going to tell you about a story that happened recently, not that long ago. It was about 2 weeks ago, and pretty much I was with my mum, and it was about 6 o'clock on like about a Monday, and my mum went, I'm gonna nip down the co-op and get some milk because she ran out of milk and she needed milk for like cereal or something. And I was like, alright, and then she went, you gonna come? And I went, yeah. So we went down the co-op. I just grabbed my phone and my purse, and she just grabbed like her phone and her purse and that. And so we walked down the co-op, but then when we got to the co-op, they just completely run out of milk. There was nothing there. And we went, why is there no milk? And then they went, the cow's just really lacking recently. And we was like, okay, fair enough. But they went, try the Aldi though down the road, because they've got loads of milk. So we went, okay, we'll try the Aldi then. But the Aldi wasn't really a walk away, and obviously we walked to the co-op, so we weren't going to walk back home and then get the car to Aldi. So my mum just went, we'll just phone a taxi. So my mum phoned a taxi, and the taxi came, and we went, and he went, where do you want to go? And we went to the Aldi just down the road. So we got in the taxi, and he took, and we basically been in the taxi for about 4 hours, and it just got silly really, because we started thinking, this isn't really, it doesn't seem like the right route where Aldi is, and it's taken so long. I don't know if we're going to Aldi. Like, it seems a bit ridiculous. And so we started to get a little bit suspicious, and my mum said to the taxi driver, how long do you think it will be till we get to Aldi? And he was like, oh, you're going to Aldi? I thought you were going to the airport. And so my mum went, no, we were meant to be going to Aldi. And he was like, oh, fuck. And so basically, we ended up at the airport. He took us to Heathrow. I only actually had my phone and my purse on me, and my mum only had her phone and her purse. And that was obviously why it cost. The taxi driver tried to charge my mum £700 but when we really only wanted to go to Aldi, which is why that bill happened and why my mum was crying. It was because of that. But then, so we were just basically at the airport because we just got out. We didn't want to stay in the car much longer, because if we said, yeah, take us home, he would probably drive all the way somewhere else. So we just got out of the taxi, and then we were gonna phone another taxi or someone, like a relative, to come pick us up. But my mum basically looks up at the sign of all like the times and stuff of the airplanes and got completely distracted. And to cut a long story short, I think we ended up in Venezuela for about 2 weeks, because my mum booked like a one-way flight there, but we had to stop off at Dubai, and it just went, it was hard because literally I literally had just my phone and my purse and nothing else. And my mum, yet again, yeah, she had her phone and her purse, and like, yeah, it was fun to see, but like, because we had nothing else, it wasn't that enjoyable, because like, we had nothing, and also no one of our relatives knew where we were, because there wasn't one bar of signal in Venezuela. And it was just, it was a laugh and everything, because when we got to Venezuela, the hotel that we managed to book last minute, because basically when we got there, there was people holding up signs saying, this is saying like this is for so and so, this is for so and so, and then we come across a sign saying Julie, and my mum's called Julie, so she just thought I'll take that. So we followed the man in another taxi when we were in Venezuela to a hotel, and we basically stayed in a shed for 2 weeks. And by the end of it, I think my mum did end up with a lot of bills, and we never even got the milk in the end, and I think we left the TV on for 2 weeks. But it was just so random and last minute, and we wasted so much money. Anyway, that was this week's episode. I'm thinking lots of different videos to do, but sometimes I have ideas, but then it's just hard to get them out. Like, you write things down on paper and then you go to do it, but then you're like, I don't really know how to do that. But I'm trying, so if you actually have any ideas, just please tell me. Because sometimes I just sit here and think, what the fuck am I going to do? Yeah, so be sure to subscribe and like this video if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, thumbs down video. If you want to comment on the video, comment on the video. There's a button that says comment. Pretty sure you know how it works. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. If you want to add me on Snapchat, add me on Snapchat. If you want to like my page on Facebook, you can like my page on Facebook. If you want to, I think that's it really, isn't it? I've run out, there's nothing else. Is there anything else? Yeah, that's it. So, see you later. Thanks for listening to that.